All right, let's get started. My D&D group has abandoned me for tonight, so you guys get a bonus stream. Whoa! Whoa! No! No, 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 no! Okay. All right, 1 second. Gotta recover from that. Nice big slurp of my tea there. Okay. Down the AC a little bit. So it's not roaring in the background. A little bit on the dusty side here today in Calgary. Alright, so what were we doing? I believe we finished off yesterday by... I gotta go see the entrance here, so... Okay. Let's get right on it. We were on our way to Rykad Minoris. That doesn't sound good.
Starport, this is the wrong Valencia shuttle. Do you copy?
Well... The starport greets you with the din of ordnance and the smell of explosives tickling your nostrils. It is difficult to tell who is firing on whom in all this smoke. Halt! Weapons on the ground or I'm firing. A man in dirty and torn uniform hobbles towards you from beyond chunks of the rockcrete and crumpled plasteel. His cracked helmet is adorned with a crooked label that reads Sergeant Malgar. Hey, another easy name. Alright, so our skies are on lockdown, the rebels are shooting down anything that flies, and you lot just happened to land in our rear without a scratch to show for it. On a shuttle like that, no less. Where'd you get it? You stole it from the palace, didn't you? He is visibly awed by the resplendent gold of your transport. Grab 'em, lads. We've got ourselves a rebel landing force. I am Rogue Trader, Horton Valencius. Give me a status report this instant. With a mixture of awe and terror, he snaps to attention, raises his freshly cut chin like an exemplary soldier and barks, "My mistake, sir. At once. This starport is under the control of the Governor's Wardens. Perimeter command is Sergeant's explosion." Yeah, okay. A frag grenade cuts off the rest of the sergeant's words. Shots flying everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm that is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring out of the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily says an army prayer for the dead. With a raspy cough, the sergeant turns back to you. "Pardon me, sir. Sergeant Las Malgar. Reporting. My unit is holding the starport on the governor's orders. How may I serve?" So, what's going on here? "Unrest, sir. An armed rebellion in both the capital and the provinces. First the lower levels sparked, then it lit up the spires. They hit the Vox hubs, the arsenals, the mag train stations. The spires? Is this a hive world? Could be. My unit... Well, no. Hive world is just a world that's covered by hives. There can be a hive complex on a world and still not be a hive world. My unit was sent here when it went all to the Groxes. The tech priests in charge of the... You know, I'm surprised they don't have one of these little pop-up things for Grox. So Groxes are essentially just cattle in the 40k universe. Except, well, they're bigger and meaner. The tech priests in charge of satellite data reported some strange void ships appearing in the system. They stayed near the star before one of them headed out to land on Rykad Majoris. The governor took precautionary measures in order to increase security for key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, you'd better double the warden details. The alarm was raised, and we were sent to secure the starport. The only reason we were able to hold. There's fighting in the capital, but we're holding strong, giving no quarter to the rebels. The Emperor protects. And the sergeant's voice is brimming with daring confidence. What caused the rebellion? Ill thoughts, sir. We've fallen on some unfortunate days. The ground keeps shaking and things keep exploding. The people are scared, they've forgotten all about their duty, and that's when those, Emperor forgive me, preachers came. They started riling everyone up. Sure enough, we shot a few, but they just kept coming. More and more of them. Pat him on the shoulder. You're doing good work, Malgar, and so are your troops. People like you are what is holding the Imperium together. I cannot leave you and your people without aid. Reinforcements will be sent from my ship. I think I'm going to take option number 4, just because if we can reinforce the people at the starport, that means if everything goes to shit, I can at least escape. Yes. I live to serve. The sergeant is so astonished that he barks out the regulation words of gratitude after a non-regulation-like pause. We won't fail. We won't forget. We'll be praying to the Emperor for you. Your lordship, sir. Do you know, member, if the Inquisition has arrived here? At the word Inquisition, the sergeant's face fills with awe. I don't know, sir. There definitely hasn't been any visitors like that on my watch. You might have to inquire at the headquarters, your lordship, sir. Very well. I'm off to see the governor. If I may report, sir. The rebels keep shooting their damned cannons. There is absolutely no way to take you to Governor by shuttle. It will have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send with you as escort. I assigned all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest. Ah, my tech priest. To the governor. I will voxcast orders to wait for you. And I'll inform the headquarters they better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we will follow the governor's orders and hold the line. Idiria frowns as she looks not at the sergeant but rather through him. You're a good soldier, but you've got a lot of blood on you. Both yours and that of others. You know, the hand that salutes now might falter in darkness. Epaulets won't save you from the bitterness. Pardon me, my lady, but I don't rightly understand these fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, sure have, but trust me, I'll fight till my last drop. Oh, the path ahead is dangerous. What exactly awaits me there? The sergeant sighs heavily. All of our roadblocks are gone. The whole place is in the rebels' hands. The city is almost lost, so no help will come. It's rebels all around. I'm glad I sent a reinforcements to the landing pad. And watch your steps, sir. The streets are chock full of mines. His words about mines lodge themselves in your memory. More than anything else, you will need to watch the ground, not the sides, as far as lethality goes. A shot from a rebel or fire... A jittery soldier with shaking hands does not hold a candle to a couple of handfuls of shrapnel lying on top of some 300 grams of explosive Fisoline. What tech priest? A very important character from the Adeptus Mechanicus. He arrived on the last shuttle before they locked down the sky. I kept asking about some Amarant, or Amarnat, about whether or not anyone by that name arrived recently. Barely answered any of our questions, though. Said he was under no obligation to tell us anything. Well, that's the Adeptus Mechanicus for you. He demanded to talk to the governor personally, so I had to send a quarter of my troops with him to keep him out of trouble. You're a good trooper, Malgar. I will tell others of your heroism. Yes, good start. Good stuff. I live to serve. And undoubtedly you will die because you served. Not that I would say that to his face, mind you. Another explosion. Interrupts the sergeant's words. With a sigh of relief, he turns to his wardens and spits out a booming series of commands. Excellent. Raspberry tea. Oh, yeah. Don't know why you'd be put there. Wait, why am I at the back? Oh, that's gonna bug me.
Onward!
Grand Viaduct is... Oh, okay.
I go where the whispers lead.
Actually, hang on. Ah, yes, so it's just like Wrath of the Righteous, where I can do that, too. Excellent.
Marching on.
The heretic to live!
Turn you into corpse starch.
Whoops. Uh-oh. Actually, this might be advantageous. Dearia, you got your control stuff, don't you? Quickly park yourself right there, please. Cassia, I haven't fought with you yet, so you stay back. I will see what I can do with you later. Argenta, you go there. Abelard, you know what? They seem to like to spank you hard for some strange reason, so you're gonna go there. And Seth, see if you can't back up, Ideria over here.
Die! Die! Die!
I see. Oh. They're shooting their own people. Cassia, move up. Never mind. Bring it down. The target immediately gains a bonus turn with no movement, and action points equals to the leader's FEL bonus divided by 2. Ideria. Please don't arc back and hit
On it.
Seth.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
God damn it. Why couldn't you have arced to him? Come on. Well, at least that deals with 2. Cassia, what else can you do right now? Lidless Stare. Oh, that's probably the Warp Eye. I'll save that one. Is there anything else you can do? 5. You can't seem to hit him. That's okay. Oh, come on! Well, at least they're more likely to kill each other than they are mine. Nice dodge, nice dodge. Nice shotgun. Yeah, finish him off, please, Akinta.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Damn it, it's my stupid charging cable doing that again. I gotta get that looked at. You know what, Argenta? You actually, you know, you stay there. Idiri,
That is not my destiny.
Oh, yeah, that's right, that's right.
No can do.
Huh?
Will do.
Nice, nicely done.
But of course.
You're gonna be in the line of fire of these two, so do what you need to do. Seth, my boy. Guards over there, please. Is he not in cover? I hope. Well. Abelard, buddy. Buddy. Can't get him to aim. Okay, just move up, Abelard.
It will be done. One fewer target.
Alright, push hard, Cassia. Move in. Oh, damn it! I hit the spacebar. Fuck! Argenta.
Guided by faith! Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless. God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna hit, but I had to try anyway.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yep.
I know what is to come.
No, that's all I can. Okay. Alright. Seth, get in there. And then take a pot shot of that boy over there. Nice hit. Nice hit there, Seth. Abelard. Move up, please. Ah! I have to stop hitting the spacebar!
Stop mocking me.
I gotta get,
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm afraid not.
I tried. That did free up some. Well, didn't free up that much space for Agenta. Wait, I have that ability.
Rejoice in battle! None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Nice. That actually went better than I thought it would, considering I absolutely walked into that combat without any prep. Alright, do we pick up anything good? Anything at all? Staff of Orcelio Guardian. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I want to give her the buffing staff. I didn't notice that.
Blessed be the road that we take.
I'll guide your vessel and lead you on your way.
I failed.
The side of the shovel is scribbled all over in obscure lingo pilots use instead of plain honest Gothic, making sense of decisions. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, what's over here?
It is my destiny to traverse the unknown.
Nope. Oh, what's happening? The young, shaggy soldier is still pale. But as you approach, he nonetheless remembers to holster his pistol, the hallmark of good discipline. He gives you a somewhat frightened but genuine smile. Thank you, my lord. You arrived in the nick of time. I don't know what these babbling creeps wanted with me, but it definitely wasn't anything good. Who are you? Are you unharmed, soldier? All thanks to you, my lord. These blind lunatics are all over the city right now. These rebels, damn them to the void, grab people from the streets and maim them, burn their eyes out. Then they leave them to wander around the city, babbling about some nonsense. He lowers his voice and adds with gravity, the command doesn't want anybody to talk about it, but I've heard whispers that it's not just your regular nonsense. It's heresy, actual heresy, because listening to it scrambles your brains right up. It made this one patrolman freeze where he stood, and the blind just grabbed him from his post and carried him to who knows where. Ah, to make more of the blind zombies. Lucky Jasper, Lord Medina's aide and the governor's personal Vox operator. I was dispatched to the starport on special orders, he says, desperately trying to make his tousled hair look presentable. What exactly were you doing here on your own? Following Lord Medina's, the governor's, special instructions, namely, he grits his teeth with a pained expression, his brow furrowing dolefully. Oh, right, it's a secret assignment. I can't talk about it. I am a rogue trader. Why don't I simply order you to tell me everything? I have that right. Rogue trader? After casting a quick eye over your gear, he nods in understanding. Oh, so you must be from the House von Valencius' ship. The Starport's Argus surveillance station did report that it detected your ship entering the system. Then you hove to, sent a shuttle to another unidentified ship, a very strange one at that, and that ship departed. I did? We did? Wow. It's gonna be a tough one. But the Argus surveillance station's reports are not to be disclosed to third parties. But you know that, don't you? All right. What if what you know is priceless intelligence and you can die before you give it to anybody? What's the check on that? 70? And I rolled an 89? Can't, I just can't. I am a confidant. Winkin Idiria, Mistress Talas, would you kindly read his thoughts for me? Coercion check succeeded. Idiria winks back at you slyly. As you wish, Lord Captain. We will know all his secrets in a flash, though I can't guarantee his brains won't be turned to mush in the process. But that's an acceptable loss, right? He pales, his eyes darting between you and Idiria. No, my lord. I'd rather tell everything myself than to let this one rummage around in my head. She might break something. But I beg of you, don't tell anyone, or the governor will definitely mush my brains. Fair enough. So, why'd they send you to the starport there, little man? I'm supposed to deliver a new Vox communication codes, and, what do you call it, assess the situation. The planet is a real mess at the moment. The rebels have found their way into our VoxNet and are now listening in. This made proper communication impossible. The hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium has sent out a distress call before it went dark. And who even knows what's happening in the system? There's been a riot on Rykadifilla, the Prisset planetoid. Oh. Oh god, the entire system is just getting buggered. The prison planetoid, Urek 5 station is... there's been a riot on Rykadifilla, the prison planetoid. Urek 5 station is silent, but, well, the navigators there have always been a reclusive bunch. I was hoping I'd be lucky enough to run into a pilot or a captain here who could update me on things, but that's hardly possible now. The rebels are blasting anything that's trying to land with their damn cannon. Awareness check. Succeeded. He stops talking. A little too abruptly. There's something else you're hiding from me, isn't there? More classified secrets. Jaspar looks away. It's nothing classified, just personal. There's another reason why I'm here. My betrothed is missing. Raquel Vehari, the esteemed Evane Winterscale's personal pilot. When the report from Rakati Phyla about a riot broke out, Lord Evane headed there personally. Then this rebellion started, down here. And we lost communication. No one knows how they're doing up there. Oh, crap. Okay, so I'm going to make a prediction right now. If I had gone to the prison planet first, I would have found this guy's betrothed, and I could have been like, dude, it's all right. Your girl's fine. We're good to go. Unfortunately, I think because I went to the navigator station first, and I got to loot their station. Yeah. You know what I'm afraid of? That they'll come back and those rebel scumbags will shoot them out of the sky. I wanted to find a place that's high up. Set up a voxcaster there and message them. The sky's closed off. Don't try to land. But I didn't make it in time. These blind no-gooders chased after me, and I was running. I tripped and broke the caster. I worry for her. She's an excellent pilot, but I still worry. Pray not for her survival, but for her to die with honor, should it come to it. Yeah. I hope no harm comes to her. The Emperor protects, my lord. If someone you love is in trouble right now, may he protect them too. Tell me about Urak 5. Not much anybody... Yeah, I didn't think so. That place is creepy. They say the order shuttles with servants from Rykat Minoris... They order shuttles from servants... with servants from Rykat Minoris on a regular basis. I guess they're too important up there to change filters and clean compartments, huh? Except I've never actually met anyone who served there. It's like no one ever comes back. Do you think the governor can handle the rebellion? Well, obviously I'm not some defeatist to say otherwise. Persuasion, 0. I won't tell anybody. What was the check on that? Yeah, okay. You really won't? Oh, well, who is doing it? Cassia. Thank you, Cassia. You really won't? Well then, if you ask me, things are pretty rotten. His words are flying at the rate of machine gun fire. Those rebels are strange. We would have quelled a normal riot, but we're not some commoners, we're Rykadians. We have elite. The naval elite of House Winterscale. But those people, they're vicious. Nothing scares them. Okay. And their attacks, they're so precise. Like they know what's going to happen ahead of time. The command executed 7 different officers on suspicion of espionage, but it's not about spying. They say the leader of the rebels is some two-faced Aurora who can see into the future. She's the real danger. Uh-oh. Hideria scoffs and rubs her hands together in excitement. She sees the future? Is that right? We'll see about that. She's up against the wrong psyker. My breezy whispers may be vague, but they've never failed me once. I can tell you without asking, my friends. From the other side, her future doesn't look too bright now. Now that the Lord Captain is involved. Thank you, Hideria. I'm looking for the interrogator of the Inquisition who may have come to this planet. Have you heard of him? He quickly turns gray as he says, but I have, but I don't know where he is now. I'm sorry. I don't like to talk about the affairs of the Inquisition. Ah, well, we know he's on the planet, hopefully. I have no more questions. It's my pleasure to serve, my lord. It's nice to exchange words with someone normal. He looks warily at the body of the nearest blind lunatic. You're right, we shouldn't stay here. We don't want to run into rebels. I'll go to find a safe place to watch the skies for any landing shuttles. May the Emperor protect you, my lord. Alright. Cool. Goods. Goods are good.
How can one find the right way without his light?
Actually, is there anything over here? No! No! Abelard! Abelard! Abelard!
I've never wondered so much before.
You're T-posing, Abelard. Don't run ahead, Abelard. That's bad. It's a very naughty thing to do.
Light of terror, guide our way.
Okay.
With fire and vigor, our Emperor Imbue us!
I will take you down.
No, they'll be flanking from the side. Honestly. Is that not cover up there? I'm going to operate on the assumption that that is cover. Abelard, Kaderia, get back up here.
Farewell.
That wasn't that bad. That was actually really good, Aderia. Thank you. Oh! No! Sister Argenta. No, 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 no! Oh, god damn it! I need to keep my finger off the goddamn spacebar! Wait a second, this might actually be worth it.
I have read tomes of military tactics, as duty demands.
That just stun a couple of them, or I'll take what I can get?
If I may,
Great going there, Seth.
Indeed.
Oh, I shot him right off the edge. Okay. They're all bruisers, so this is good. Well, Aderia, you tried, and that's what matters. Also, give me some more clues.
Was that you? Or...
Yes, get closer. Get closer. Get closer to Cassia. Sister? Sister, please. Fire away, sister.
Eradicated. I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Come on, baby. And that would be a frag grenade. He's at full health. He'll heal up, no issue. Abelard, buddy, get round, and then use the chopper.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. I took care of this one.
Anything else?
Really? Alright. Sister.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury!
Man, when I eventually find a shop to trade in, there's going to be a shitload of cash that's going to come my way.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Nice. Huh. So many armored body gloves. It was placed in a great hurry, but the Technomat never got around to activate it. Ah, he died. Sanctioned Psyker, unsanctioned Psyker, Psychic Staff. Oh, okay. Well, let's see if it's any better than what I've got. And I got a melted charge, which is nice. Hello? Why have you... What? Ship components. Oh, okay. So I... Oh! Okay. That... Okay. That makes sense. Okay, I was wondering how that would work. So, alright. So that makes a lot of sense to me. So if I want to sell something, I have my inventory, and then I have this. So, if I don't need any more flak jackets, so have fun. I don't need any more well, I'll keep my stoof. The shock baton. Shotgun. Scrappy laskin, screw that. The sword. Let's hold on to the weapons just a little bit longer. And Seth, you can get a fire grenade. Oh, yes, and Hive World -5. Damn it. Sanction Psyker. 7 to 11, so it's pretty much the same damn thing. Alright.
Something ominous lurks ahead.
Cast your eye there. Nothing escapes my sight. Never doubt me. Duty prevails. I better myself through my service.
So shall it be.
The insurgents walked into a crowd Hey, Gwen. Romance. Yes, that is the current plan. The current plan is to romance the Sister of Battle, and I've already begun moving in that direction. Yes, we are simping for Big Sister. Oh, hey! I know those robes. Uh-oh. The man dressed in crimson should not have survived an explosion like that. However, he's alive. You hear wheezing from the respirator covering half of his face. A trill comes from the folds of the partially smoldering crimson raiment. It is a Binharek speech. It is the Binharek speech, the sacred language of the Adeptus Mechanicus. To the most imperially sanctioned things to the sisters. Yes, yes. When making love to the daughters of the Emperor, you must do so with the full understanding that he is quite capable of watching you the entire time. 1 second. The Binharek hymn transforms into a dry voice synthesized by the Vox system. Identify yourself and state your intentions, lay people. I am Rogue Trader, Seth von Valencius. I mean you no ill. The man in crimson bows respectfully, without haste typical for commoners. His mechadendrite tentacles, for those of you who are wondering, that's a mechadendrite, rise gracefully around his hunched figure. It is an honor to have the right to communicate with a figure of such high status. Who are you? I identify as Magos Pascal. I'm not even trying that last name. The priesthood of Mars. How did I get access to Rogue Trader? You have to go to their website. You have to go to Alcat's website. You have to purchase the beta, and because it's still early access beta, Then you have to sign up. You have to create an account with them. You have to sign up for and you have to buy the early access beta. They will give you a Steam key, and then you redeem it on Steam. The Priesthood of Mars. It should, yes. I paid for the full game. Basically, the way it works was you could actually go and buy the alpha, and then the alpha converted over to the beta on Steam. So, like, you bought the alpha, you got a Steam key. You would download the alpha version, and then when the beta was released, it upgraded you to the beta version. By the grace of the Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Alter Templum Calyx X-17. It would seem these people were after you specifically, Magos. His composure is remarkable for someone who just had a brush with death. I do not possess sufficient information about the intentions of these dead blasphemers. It is possible that they were simply hunting for high-ranked captives. That's true. Given that my escort is dead, I am forced to address you with a request for cooperation. I will improve the efficiency of your group, and you will provide me with a higher level of security than one would expect to have while proceeding to the governor's command post alone. Why do you want to see the governor? The tech priest hesitates, glancing at his mechadendrites as if consulting them. Eventually, his Vox systems responds. I arrived to perform a mission assigned to me by my mentor, Archmagos Amaranth. I have been many cycles since we last communicated, or it had been many cycles since we last communicated, and I experienced joy upon receiving word from him. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to the governor Medine to determine my mentor's current location. My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movements and wait to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves get killed. It was a deplorable complication to my task. Even if the tech priest voice did carry any compassion for the dead, the dry words that came out of the Vox system did not convey a shred of it. 5. I'm offering you to join my retinue. Acknowledged. Forecasting successful result and mutually beneficial cooperation. I'm just gonna stop doing that. I apologize. I can't help it. I just... Any tech priest who has a Vox voice instead of an actual voice, I just can't help but do that. Alright, we get a level up.
Watching the lazy handle sacred technology breaks my heart. Figuratively speaking, my cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than high blood pressure.
Okay. Let's give him intelligence. He's already at max tech use. Okay. Let's give him lore Xenos. Oh no, wait. Let's get him lore medic. Wow. He's loaded to the tits. Let's give him Xenos. Weak body, weak soul. Let's bring up his perception. Okay, so we have 2 adepts in our party, which is kind of interesting. Loot the dead. I don't know, like, supposedly tech priests are actually quite tanky. Actually, let's take a look into his stats. Oh, hello. No, he's not that tanky. He's... Okay. Basically, yeah. Alright, so he has an Omnissiah axe. Oh, and he has a las gun. Oh, okay. So he can use both. Okay. Wow, that axe is insane. What armor is he wearing? He's wearing just light armor. Okay. I will hold off. I will definitely hold off because that's back in the direction I came from. Never mind. All right, everyone. Hey, it's a Valkyrie. In violation of the right of operation, the shuttle's Prometheum tanks have been left open. Someone interrupted. Oh, okay. The refueling sacraments. Oh, that's a sign of chaos right there. That's the sign of chaos undivided.
The future is never certain.
Darkness is coming, and there will be a shine in the spark of the final dawn. Oh, God, no. No more of these idiots. A 9-rayed sun has been crudely scratched into one of these walls. Yeah, I think that is the sign of chaos undivided.
I'll chart a course for you.
Ah, goods. Oh, wait, what's that? The eyes of the dead have been scorched ruthlessly. Well, that's never good. Gas cloud grenade? Ah, there's a Krieger around here. Alright, time to load up, because I am low on grenades. Have a load, buddy. Actually, you're my medic right now. Actually... Hang on, two tiddlywinks here.
Cogitation failed.
Really? He's got a high Medicae skill, and yet he can't, Where was it? Yeah, he's got 50 in Medicae. Alright, Abelard, I guess. Does anybody else have good Medicae? Oh, okay, Diria, you do. Alright. You are now the unofficial squad medic, Idiria, because you're doing better than anyone else. Actually, Cassia. No? Alright, Sister of Battle. Yeah, you carry the grenades too. By the way, I've set up Argenta so that she can dual wield las pistols just because it tickles my fancy. She has an ability called Run and Gun. It tickled my fancy to have her run and gun dual wielding. Yeah, Argenta.
It is my destiny to traverse the unknown.
Order of the Argent Shroud. Actually, Argenta is not from the Order of the Argent Shroud. She is from the Order of Our Martyred Lady. You can tell because she has platinum white hair. Has an oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. Yes. Oh yeah, nice big treasure box. Synth skin. Oh, okay. Who gets this? It's light armor. Oh, okay. So, who am I throwing into more? Yeah, I think Ideria. I'm gonna put in the synth skin just because of her chain lightning ability.
Ugh, this master-crafted patella augment is not fit for a servitor.
They dye it white to. It doesn't matter for the orders. It's my understanding that the Order of Our Martyred Lady, that Saint Celestine had white hair or something. I can't remember what it was. It's just they have to dye it because it is part of their wow, holy shit. I'm staying away from that thing. Yeah. Logic plus 40%.
Over.
Access for. Wait, can I? What?
Carry the Emperor's will as your torch.
I'm so confused by what happened here, but okay. Oh, no!
Your doom has been foretold.
Show them no mercy!
Well. Exactly. Exactly, Gwyn. Time for the bolters. Seth, you get up there at the front. Abelard, buddy. Buddy Abelard, you get up there too. Seth? Yeah, you get there as well. Please don't roast my ass. Argenta. Oh no, wait, hang on. Seth, you get over here. And then that leaves room for you and Argenta to get buddy-buddy. Yeah, smell heretics for perching. I have no clue what you do there, Mechanicus Spy, but, you get into full cover. Cassia, darling, wonderful darling, just don't get shot, please. I need to find a safe place to put you. Yeah, please placate the... Yeah, exactly. Placate the machine spirit of the cannon. Cassia, I'm going to put you right here and pray that you don't get shot at. And Ideria, I'm going to put you behind half cover and hope that you don't get killed. You know what? They're going to be running at us, so... I can't... Oh, no. Oh, no. This is bad. Get beside Cassie here. For now. I believe the machine spirit has been placated. Okay, shoot
As
on
the
the run.
Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
I'm not wasting a frag grenade for one person. Alright,
Faith
sister.
without deeds is worthless.
War him. Just get you ready to go for your next round. Cassia, no, Cassia, I can only move you up and get you ready for the next turn. Yeah, use that warp scream you have.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
And then, oh, you already have the extra dodge. Okay, hold steady there. Pascal. Oh wow, you're already powered up for, okay. 4. Is there anything I can do? No. Pascal, get up there, and then number...
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Insignificant value.
Oh! Ally weapons. The recoil reduces by oh, okay. Oh, I can't land it, so okay, that's fine. Okay, who's next? That was a bad idea. Seth is right there, big guy. Eh? Oh, that was not what I intended to do. Alright, well, now... Abelard, Abelard, defend the sister for me, please.
Reduced to dust.
Excellent. That went far better than I thought it would. One second, ladies and gents. I just have to do some inventory management here. Get stuff ready for the selling. Streets of the capital. But by the way, Gwen, you know why they have to have the Space Wolf crouched down, right? They have to have the Space Wolf crouched down because Because he's standing at the same level as the sister, and crouched down, he's the same height as the sister. If he were to stand up, like, he would obscure everybody behind him. Like, we wouldn't be able to see them, because Space Wolves are double the height of a regular person. Or Space Marines, in general, are double the height of a regular person. Ooh, I like the architecture. Uh-oh. The Star Thoroughfare takes up a wide bridge hanging over the rolling river waters. The bridge is densely packed with imposing, pretentious buildings that likely meant to indulge the whims of the local elite. Well, don't they always, huh?
Say no more.
Wait, hang on. Nah, damn it, I couldn't get it going fast enough. A young man in planetary guard uniform salutes you. Your Lordship, Private Camille Recias is ready to escort you to the command center for your meeting with the governor. I regret to say the convoy sent to meet you was ambushed and took critical losses in heavy fighting against the rebels. In other words, I am the only survivor. However, the rebel force was destroyed as well. We can move out to the command center. Well done, soldier. Your commissar salutes you. The success-to-failure ratio of combat objective completion for this world's military speaks of its subpar efficiency. I will advise the local ruler to seek my fraternity's aid in upgrading their troops to servitor. Oh, come on. Why is everybody trying to turn everyone into servitors? First Abelard and now you. Your uniform looks odd on you, soldier, as if you were wearing someone else's. Apologies, your lordship. The soldier draws himself up and tries to adjust his gear. It's a new uniform, and since the gods are in a difficult situation right now, we often get to shoot with whatever is left, and it isn't always the right size. Wait a second. Nobody ever gets the right size. In fact, according to the Comics Arcane books, guard uniforms only come in two sizes, too big or too small. You should be used to that. I'm watching you, guardsman. How did you make it out alive if your entire convoy perished? The Emperor protected me, the soldier replies with confidence. I didn't run, your lordship, if that's what you're thinking. It was at my commander's side until the end. I shot the last rebel from the band that attacked us, but alas, the captain succumbed to his wounds, and the others were dead by that time. The Emperor rest their souls. What can you tell me about the insurgency? The ungrateful rabble rose in rebellion against the planet's lawful governor and his lordship Caligos Winterscale, our ruler by will of the Emperor. They are all heretics, deserving of a most terrible death. Order will be restored, the guilty will be punished. Alright, enough talking, let's go to the command center. Yes, your lordship. We have to take this avenue. It leads from the starport right to the command center. It is a short walk. I really don't trust this guy.
Anything worthy of my attention?
Probably goods over there. The temple tower collapsed upon the pavement and blocked the path. It would take days to clear the rubble. Okay. Goods. More stuff to sell later. Huh. Interesting.
A nice little stroll.
The shuttle must be what crashed. Okay, yeah. Ooh, a locked
The
box.
machine god grants me insight.
Over there.
Oh. Atrapos. There are marks of recent combat everywhere. Okay. No!
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Well, thank God nobody got shot. Yeah, nobody actually got shot. Can I go around this way? Nope, I can't. No! Damn it! Please, follow me. You have arrived at your destination, and now die for Aurora, the final Fuck.
Beware the ire of the witch.
You screwed me, game. You really screwed me. Idiria, run. Just run. Oh, tits. They're gonna have high ground. Alright, full cover. Full cover. Sister. Take cover here. Cassia, just stay back here for now. Pascal, can you get up there and help the sister? No, or not the sister, but Idiria? No, you can't? Okay, get back here. There's really nothing I can do. Oh boy. On the bright.
Will do. But of course.
Give yourself an extra dodge chance there, Diria. I've got a plan, and I'm hoping it'll work. Well, we're bringing in we're bringing in everybody from across town.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Abelard, you're going to be taking some heavy hits, so get ready. I gotta wait till he gets up there. Well, tits, that was a bad move.
I will do my duty.
Alright.
At your beck and call.
please. Alright.
Will do. Farewell.
Sister. Goots.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Doubt is for the weak.
Scoot. Run and gun. Scoot some more.
Guided by faith.
Okay, sister. Let
I'll
her
do
rip.
it. Each strike is a prayer. Judgment.
I was joking when I said let her rip, but okay.
As the Emperor commands, eradicated.
Alright, Cassia. Make a move.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
And that's good enough for now.
Brace yourself.
Don't worry, Abelard. Pascal, make a move, please. And then I want you to try and snipe this guy here. Did you have to shoot Idiria, Pascal? Did you have to shoot him? No, I don't have enough people set up for clues, so who's next? Seth? Alright, Seth, make a run.
Damn it!
Is Abelard burning? Ah, crap. Okay, once again, give me an endurance. Abelard, move up here. Ah, and they still need to work on that. I'm gonna save that heroic, though. Okay. The fire starter rebel, huh?
Was that you? Or...
Ah, crap. Okay, well. Give
We do.
Abelard his, some dodge, please. Sister Argenta, please come up and save the day.
Each strike is a prayer.
I think she just shot his head off.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, Cassie, that's safe. Move up. And then I need you to use... where is it? Get back in the fight? Where is it? Oh, bugger. I can't find her ability. She's supposed to have ability that allows me... Oh, get back in the fight. Here we go. Okay, yeah. Ah, no, stop it. Stop it. Alright, get back in the fight. You can use that on Abelard, correct? Yeah, he's too far away. That's okay. Pascal, move up.
Running binary override. Explorers know one route. Forward.
Okay, didn't make it. That's fine. Death. Yeah, pop over there into cover if you will, Seth. And then, can you make that shot? No, it's too far. Okay, that's fine.
Ugh, my ears are ringing.
1 second, Abelard. I'm going to pull you back. How much longer do you have the dot on you of burning? Oh, you're no longer burning? Excellent.
Follow my lead. This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment. It will be done.
There we go. The shotgun scatter. The wounded young man looks at you spitefully and hisses, "Your victory means nothing. Aurora will come for you. And even if she doesn't, no one will escape the final dawn." So you're a traitor. You led your convoy into an ambush, didn't you? Ah, no. Your entire convoy is gone. But I took that pup Camille's uniform. 6 months with the governor's underlings taught me their ways. I can pose as one of them. I had to make sure you didn't decide to turn around and fly home like the scum you are instead of walking straight into the ambush. Fool. It wasn't us walking into the ambush. It was you. The young man rasps and spit bloody foam. Don't let it go to your head. You took us down. My brethren are many, and they'll come for you. And if they don't, well, never mind. You'll see for yourself. Alright, well, then, who's Aurora? Who's the final dawn? A spark of madness lights up the young man's eye. Aurora is the hidden truth. No one gets to see her face, but those who are loyal will stand at her side at the hour of the final dawn that will consume all of existence. They will, but you won't. You are an enemy of Aurora, and therefore you will be struck down. Okay. Death to heretics and traitors, then. I do not fear death at the hands of filthy dogs mired in their own lies. Take my soul, Aurora. Nice shot there. Nice shot. Very commissarial there, Seth. Errant rubbish. Okay. Pamphlets and booklets. Okay. Ooh. Lame. That's going to the sister. Anything good over here? By the way, in case you're wondering who's humming, that's Argenta.
Over there.
No. Go get it, Argenta.
Never doubt me.
I never
woke
did.
up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
You know, she starts out by saying something so nice and poetic, and then she follows up with that, and all I can think of is, oh yeah, she's the sister of battle. She's kind of tweaked in the head. But we love her anyway. Oh, an explosive barrel. I didn't realize they had those. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. I'm getting a hub sort of feeling. I don't know where to go next, so I'm going to just explore... Actually, wait, before I do that...
Let's proceed.
Okay, so I picked up some new weapons that I really should take a look at. So he doesn't have a hand flamer. His sword is still not that good. What is this? Stub carbine. Single shots. Okay. Alright, Adiria, I'll give you the stub carbine. Yeah, Argenta's bolter is far better than that, so I'm not going to give it to her. Scrappy auto pistol, las pistol. Yeah, the stub carbine is better. I mean, it doesn't have the area shot, but that's okay. Oh, yes. Yes. Sister of Battle and a Flamer. Good night. Just gonna have her dual wield flamers because I can, because I'm stupid. Success is measured in blood. Yours and your enemies. Okay. Well, that's mildly morbid. That's a statue of, either the Emperor or a Space Marine, I think.
Calculating optimal route.
Goods. Ooh, that looks like rare goods. Emergency injector. When the wielder has 0 wounds, a stasis, but... Alright. Well, probably worth it to sell later.
I dare not provoke the whispers.
Okay. Blind madman. Okay, have fun there, big guy. Nope, no, 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 no. Alright, we're gonna walk into combat here.
Showing up uninvited. How improper.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Actually, Seth, get up there. He's a shooter. I'm taking a risk on this one, but Seth will heal pretty easily. Abelard, yeah, you get up there as well. I want you in close range. Whoa, that revealed a lot. Oh, joy, there's more of them. Well, I'm in trouble. Pascal, buddy. Whatever am I going to do with you? Well, you're already out of cover, so... Actually, hang on, no.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Running binaric override.
Yeah, I didn't think that would hit, but that's okay. You guys all oh! Oh, yes! Oh, please! Please stand in line! Abelard? Buddy? I know what you're going to do. Alright, Idiria, I want you to give Abelard some dodge there, please.
Anything else?
And then I want you to take the shot.
On it.
Thank ya. Cassia. Please force oh, damn it. I'm gonna take a risk for this. Cassia, please force Abelard to take a turn.
Emperor, give me strength.
Thank you. Abelard, buddy. I need you to cleave. Oh, bugger.
Indeed. I took care of this one.
I can't have her open her warp eye. That's unfortunate. But I can't have her do that. Seth? Kill him.
My place is at the fore.
Excellent. Well done, Abelard. Stay there. Stay there. Stay parked there. Argenta. Oh, can you act? Oh, yeah. Move up there, Argenta, please, and thank you. All right, hold position there. I'm sorry about this past
the tread of his faithful. My vow is to serve.
Yeah.
Suffering is part of the trial.
There is movement in the Empyrean. Was that you? Or...
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Not very well, apparently. Okay. Well, if that's the case, Abelard...
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Get
A
up there.
tactically sound approach.
And then Abelard, get yelled at again.
It will be done.
Oh, he tanky. Cassia, you're good. Seth. Oh, are these two line? Oh, this could be fun. I'm gonna take the risk. There's only two of them left. You know what? I've been holding off on the heroic, so let's just do it. Yay, more shit to sell. Ooh, goods. Well done, Seth.
Operation successful.
Yes, Seth, you get a chainsword. Yes! Yes! Oh, okay, so that means I've got a well-made, um... Hmm. I actually don't know how dual wielding works in this game, but I'm gonna experiment with Abelard for a bit. Mesh vest. Errr. Can any one of my guys wield a mesh vest? Apparently I can. Cool. I mean, I think my character's origin is Hive World, so yeah.
The world is full of colors I have never seen before.
Uh-oh. Okay. Alright. Before I do anything else, let's finish exploring this level for secrets and goodies and other stuff, because I'm falling behind on my tech advancement, I think.
Quiet. They're trying to tell me something.
The Emperor favors me today.
I've never wandered so much before.
Poor Cassia, she's been ignoring leg day. You know what? EXP is EXP. And this time, I have the high ground.
Whatever you wish.
More enemies to face judgment. We are truly blessed this day.
Come to chaos!
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Chaos? We have cookies. Like shooting fish in a barrel. Really?
I'm not so sure. They who discern the future own the battlefield. Stop it!
Damn it, I didn't realize I'd move her for it. Alright, Abelard. Oh, I can't swing both at the same time, or can I?
I will do my duty. It will be done. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Yeah, he said duty.
Rejoice in battle! As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Cassia, get back in the... Damn it. Get over there, and then get back in the fight.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Okay. She's now cured.
If I may.
Yeah, I didn't think she'd hit, but I had to try.
My faith shields me.
Really? I need to get rid of those guys now. Are you... I hate you so much right now. Can he make the shot? He might. Nope, he didn't. That's fine. Seth was able to wipe out a whole bunch of them, which is good.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
You're still far away, but take the shot if you can. Oops, wrong one. Thanks, Pascal. You're a real bro.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Cover me!
Ah, crap. Adiria's got a fresh wound. That's a pain in the butt. Abelard, please deal with this.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Wow! He survived that?
Indeed.
Well, Abelard's about to be lit on fire. Again. Nice.
Another voice to join my choir?
God damn it. I thought I had another turn to heal her. For fuck's sake.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Do not dare ask. Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
I just don't want to deal with these guys right now. Wow, he survived with the 1 HP dream. I can't even be angry at him for that.
Pathetic!
I've suffered worse.
But of course. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
I'm gonna have to be really careful going forward from here, because these these guys who have the flamers are just, oh dear God. All right, Abelard, I need you to take these guys down quickly, please, please.
At your beck and call. Reduced to dust.
Help me, Lord Captain!
You're gonna have to use, get back in the
That
fight.
is foolishness.
Oh yeah, she can't use it on herself. Nope. Just get into full cover and pray you don't get hit. That's about... Actually, wait, hang on. That's about... There is something you can do.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Alright, Seth. Gun him down, please. You have 39% chance to hit. Okay. Now just saw him down. Alright, let's get the healing going. Who needs healing? Broken ribs? Alright,
How may
Idiria.
I serve the dynasty? This will help.
Ministration is a holy task. The Emperor sets my path.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to get back to the void ship. Alright. Well, I just wasted a med kit. God damn it. Well, since you're a dedicated healer, we do need you to heal more. Yeah, I'll take the critical hit increase, please. Awareness increase, yes, please. Cassia. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I screwed this battle up royally. I wish I'd been paying better attention. Yeah, dots. I'm realizing this now, but dots in this game are stupidly powerful, apparently. Because I just watched them chew through the poor sister. Okay, so unless there is something special, to be honest, dual wielding any sort of weapon, I don't think is all that good. Simply because you can't, like, unlike in D&D, there's no, like, follow-up side slash. Mesh vest. Abelard, you're getting the mesh vest.
I go where the whispers lead.
Well, he's got a height advantage, so...
Omnissiah, give me the power to eradicate thy enemies.
Show them no mercy.
Please don't let them have a grenade. Well, at least he came down off the... Ow!
Yet iron knows no pain.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Apparently not. Oh, good. We... What?
I've suffered worse.
Oh, okay.
Be gone!
I'll take it.
Will do.
Seth, what... If I were to shoot that barrel, what would it... It wouldn't explode, okay. Okay, but it looks like everybody in the area is coming in, so... Yeah, we've... Seth, you... I don't want to say you need to be watching our flank, but at the same time... Yeah, move up here, Seth. And then... deeds, not words. Oh, okay. Please just kill him. Nope! At least I'll have Seth guarding the flank. Nice. Cassia. Cassia. I still can't move you up quite yet. But I can authorize...
If only that were possible.
Damn it. Well, if she does that, she will successfully clear out the,
On it.
That's twice in a row you've missed on me, Adiria.
Request approved. The Omnisire condemns you.
Yeah, Abelard, take cover, because they're going to try and fire at him from the side, but I've got to... Oh, hello. I'm discovering new and more annoying things the more I go. And Abelard only has a shotgun. He's got a long last. Oh, no, never mind. He's just got a basic sniper rifle. Okay, that's a cool... I like that. That was a cool animation. No, I didn't get a chance to watch the Microsoft Direct, unfortunately. I've been focused on... Wow, that is... That's glowing. That's a glowing hot barrel.
Reading damage to bulk.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. Each strike is a prayer.
Thank you, Argenta.
Doubt is for the weak. I refuse.
Please don't. Please don't refuse. I need you to take this shot. Okay, didn't do what I wanted it to do, but that's okay. Idiria. I'm gonna take a risk on you here, Adiria. No, that's a bad risk. Where are you positioned right now? You're right there? I'm gonna move you right there. He's gonna be exposed to that sniper.
Farewell.
Okay. Alright, Seth, my boy. You've got your heroic up? I may have screwed the pooch here. That wasn't actually bad. I used the heroic, I think, reasonably well there. I'm gonna move Cassia up into better cover.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
No, she's too far. Okay, never mind. Pascal, yeah, get up into cover up there, buddy. Wow, that sharpshooter is packing some health there. Abelard.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
I don't understand what he just did
I will
there.
do my duty.
Yeah, he's gonna take a shot at Adiria. Good dodge, Adiria. Yeah, take the shot at Seth. Yeah. Okay. Argenta, you are gonna come back up, Seth.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Okay, you're good there for now.
Anything else? That is not my destiny. No can do.
Okay, I may have screwed up, but that's alright.
Was that you? Or...
Alright, I can't do anything heroic with Seth right now. But I can try that. Okay, never mind. Cassie, I'm gonna move you up here. Who do I have a shot at? Oh, I have a shot at the sniper with Cassia. Okay. Sure, take the shot. I'll take a 26% chance. Didn't think that would happen. Alright, Cassia, can you... No, you can't. Okay. That's alright. Pascal? I'm gonna need you there, buddy.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Perfect. Nicely done there, Pascal. Excellent. Abelard? Buddy? Let's get that chainsword going.
At your beck and call. One fewer target.
Shoot your shot there.
Can I fall back now?
No, you can't. Oh. Oh yes, just stand there, please. Just stand there all nicely grouped up for me and Argenta.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
That was weird.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it. This is unacceptable.
Uh-oh. I'm out of ammunition. Wait, hang on. I'm not out of ammunition.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Fair enough. But...
I refuse.
Oh, wrong one.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
Huh. Oh, I just wasted her heroic. That's okay, though.
Guided by faith!
Seth, you might have to save her butt.
Anything else? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
I know everybody out there is just screaming at me for being a moron right now. Yeah, well, okay, you may not be screaming, but you're just yelling at me internally, I can tell. You know what, screw it. We got only one round left in combat. I'm pretty sure I won't take any massive injuries, so let's just quickly finish this up. Seth, just use endurance, please. Cassia, I honestly don't know if you're gonna be okay from this, but, oh, wait. Yes, you will be. Yes, please. And then... please...
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Please use that on Argenta. Argenta, get in cover. Thank you.
Rejoice in battle!
Pascal, is there anybody else around here? No? Okay, Pascal, you can take a break. Abelard, you can take a break. Cool. Argenta,
I will
make him
bathe
burn.
this battlefield in righteous fury!
That is not the direction I told you to shoot in, Argenta. What the hell?
Each strike is a prayer.
Thank you. Okay. Well, that went markedly better than the last few.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
The whispers told me how.
The cannon's dashboard has a panoply of mysterious levers and buttons. Deactivating it quickly isn't an option. All that's left is to blow it up, destroying it completely. Tech use. Pascal, appease the machine spirits. The cannon was certainly constructed a long time ago, long before the colonization of this world began. It comes at no surprise that the insurgents were barely able to operate it. Modern arms protocols are incomprehensible to machine spirits of such an ancient make. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. I could have screwed the pooch on that one. Alright. Destroy the cannon. Demolition check succeeded. The blast consumes the ancient weapon. The sky above the city is safe for flying again. Ah, I lost a melta charge. Oh well. That's fine. The hell is that? Oh. Alright, well, I don't know what's happening now, but I guess I have to go find a shuttle, I guess, maybe. Kind of, possibly, iffy, maybe. Ooh, I saw a cybernetic augmentation. What's this? A bolter. Okay, I don't want... the problem is that the Deas pattern bolters are specifically for Sisters of Battle, so I do want to keep Argenta's... Well, okay, I'll give her what she needs. Alright, let's see what we've picked up now. Bolter. 10 to 15 penetration. So it's just a regular bolter then. I do love the I do love the additional oops, hang on. I do love the additional information. This Godwin Deas pattern bolter, and yes, you are allowed to say Dadaz. To quote the YouTuber Arch, it's like it's upsetting that they don't that it's called the Godwin Deas pattern bolter, and yet there are very few pictures of Sister of Battle butts. Anyway, yeah, unfortunately, despite its illustrious name, the gleam of its metal is dulled after years of travel and encounter with horrors untold. Yeah, I do want to keep her having that bolter because it, you know, it fits. And okay, make sure I've scavenged the area.
The
This
Whispers
mastercrafted
told me a
patella
secret.
augment is not fit for a servitor.
No!
Did I mention that my whispers tell me jokes? Jokes that, once said aloud, make your eyes bleed and blood curdle. Talk about black comedy.
Okay. I honestly...
Don't squirm.
Injuries will not slow me.
I want to make sure she doesn't rack up another injury.
The light of terror shines for us.
Okay, so I have a shuttle. It's back at the shuttle port. Oh, thank God! I can make them just run across... Oh God, Adirio, are you warping around the map now?
Something ominous lurks ahead.
God damn it, Adiri, are you T-posing again? No, wait, what was that? To Western Coast. Alright, I'm gonna quickly head back to the starport, because I want to see if I can take the shuttle.
The sooner we start.
Because I destroyed the gun. There's a perfectly good shuttle waiting for me back there. I mean, I could go wandering around the streets? Maybe? Yeah, this is where I started almost 2 hours ago. Yeah, 2 hours ago I started here. It's taken me 2 hours to grind through this city.
Huh?
Oh, I've got an exclamation mark. Okay. Who?
The future is never certain.
Sergeant Malgar. Okay. The pilot dressed in a warm uniform adorned with the Von Valencia's coat of arms still looks quite pale. His white hands bear red marks left by the wheel. You remember the terrified scream he let out when that shell flew right past your shuttle. His voice quavers slightly, but even his fear cannot stop him from using typical Voidsman jargon. That was some flight, your lordship. If we'd been a little less lucky, we'd be checking in at the port in the sky right now. Yeah, get me to the governor's command post. I've destroyed the thing, so we're shortcutting. I might be missing some things. I'm going to be honest, I might be missing some things, but I would like to move the story ahead a little bit. Large caliber weapons. Okay. Yeah, I call those large caliber. What's Star Thoroughfare, by the way? I'm actually gonna explore a little bit.
I dare not provoke the whispers.
See? Right there!
Some 10 people, children among them, are huddling together in fear. You see half of them have black holes where their eyes used to be. Some keep a gloomy silence, others are wailing. Several armed insurgents are carefully watching over the terrified hostages, snapping every now and then at someone who winces too sharply or is crying too loudly. Come to your senses, Arid. Look what you've been doing to your own family. A woman of about 60, gray-haired but still firm of limb, is kneeling before a stocky man with a thick, pure white beard, stretching her arms out towards them. Take pity on us. Let us go. Stop talking and stop refusing to be saved. Our children have gained true sight, while you still believe the lie. Upon seeing you, the man points his weapon at you. Other insurgents do the same. Who are you and why are you here? No, you tell me. Or sorry, what are you trying to save them from? At Aurora's behest, Aurora is a great prophet and a great warrior. Her face is hidden, but her gaze pierces the veil of time and sees into the future. I always knew they were hiding the truth from us, and my hopes have been fulfilled. A prophet has come to Rykad Minoris and opened our eyes. The end of the world is coming, the final dawn, and only those who accept Aurora's truth will survive it. So you tell me who you are. I am Senior. My former name, Erald, is meaningless now. I am a father leading his family to deliverance from woes to salvation. Aurora has opened my eyes to the truth, and my children will see it. Spare us, spare your children. Oh, I see. You've been torturing your own family in order to save them, blinding them so that they can see the truth. Those who lack faith cannot grasp the truth and will not be saved. The old man is obstinate, but you see that his confidence has wavered. You believe the lies of heresy. You have sold your soul to the arch... Go away, Norton. You've sold your soul to the archenemy, but if you shun this path, you will yet have a chance to be genuinely saved. Succeeded! The old man sighs heavily. I do not need your mercy. Protect my family. As for my own life, I place it in your hands. Yeah, I can't go Benevolentia. I have to go Imperialis. Kill the old man. Your family will be taken care of. As for you, your soul is stained beyond redemption. The old man's body falls to the ground. As soon as the hostage see it, they start moving faster and soon disappear behind the bend. As the God Emperor wills. He shall know his own. Bolt pistol. Nice.
Duty prevails.
Level ups. Oh, what is this? Choose a special ability. Okay. Okay, Daring Breach gains an additional 10. I don't think I used Daring Breach. I like the ability to just, like, kill and keep going. I'm gonna give that one a try. And I'll try something different with Abelard. Just to see. Idiria. Upgrade Adept Doctrine. Oh, wow. The attack also cripples enemy attacks, reducing weapon skill and ballistic skill by 30. Yes. Yes, definitely. That's definitely good. That would be great for bosses. Marksman Doctrine. I'll take that. All right, Cassie, what do you get? Um, hmm. I don't know what. I think I'm gonna go with this one and just see what that does. I'll be honest, like I don't know, but just the ability to be like, okay, you get a bonus over here, and then that person turns to the next person in line and says, you get my bonus now, and chain it on down the line. We'll see how that goes. Upgrade Adept Doctrine. Yeah, just having a debuffer is good. Having the two of them working together to just strip a person of their weapon and ballistic skill is pretty good. I know I'm going backwards and not advancing the story, but now I'm really curious. Like, what? Oh, there you are. Seth, don't T-pose. It's rude. The command center. Okay.
How can one find the right way without his light?
Command center. I'm so confused. What the hell?
If such is the Emperor's will.
Cast your eye there.
Hmm?
O Messiah, grant me the wisdom to perceive.
What'd you see there, big guy? Oh, you saw the trap already. Okay. Okay. To the eastern coast. Wow, that's a lot of maps that we would have to cover. I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna go back to, I'm gonna take a look at the eastern coast and see what the heck that's all about. Oh. All right, I'm gonna take a look over here since I've sort of mapped out the area and I've taken care of everything. So I'm pretty sure this is just going to be an explanation of the planet. So an exploration of this one planet. So what is downstairs? Sector, Coronis Expanse, Region, Rykad System. Location, the streets in the vicinity of the Celestial Harbor, Rykad Minoris. Material, report based on the oral accounts and picked recordings added to the archives of House von Valentius by order of Seneschal Werseran. On his way across the world in the throes of a heretical insurgency, the Lord Captain accidentally witnessed an unholy rite that unfolded in one of the utility rooms of an aqueduct. This abandoned nook turned out to be a place where heretics assembled to perform grim and heretical acts. The large group of rebels stood frozen in patient expectation, all gazing into the center of the room. Nobody moved. Only the murmur of hushed voices echoed against the walls. I'll take a closer look at the gathering. The rebels were unremarkable in appearance. They were dressed in the shabby clothes of the abject rabble, spoke in coarse voices, and had disagreeable faces. But what caught the Lord Captain's attention was the look of the strange, almost sinister anticipation in their eyes. This was no gathering of loud blasphemers or bored idlers. Only occasionally would they exchange brief, unintelligible remarks. As they stood, frozen in a circle, their gazes were turned towards the hulking structure in the center of the room. Okay. Bulky power transformers, cogitators, crates, and box stations took up most of the space in the room. Against their background, the structure in the center stood out oddly, an enormous lens mounted on a stand. It caught the thin sunbeams that made their way through the slits in the ceiling and crossed the half-lit room. The rogue traders surveyed... Yeah, Cassia, please help. Warp check succeeded. By how much? By quite a bit. The enormous mounted lens was doubtlessly imbued with the power of the arch-enemy, inimical to all that is noble and virtuous in the world. Game, please stop making me shout over you. Its emitted ray might have monstrous consequences for whoever was in the path of that corrupted light. Awareness 30. Although barely visible behind the closed ranks of the insurgents, the rusted barrels, the contents evidently flammable, had not escaped the Lord Captain's keen eye. One good shot at those barrels would cause a number of the heretics on Rykad Minoris to plummet. The enormous mounted lens was doubtlessly imbued with the power of the archenemy, inimical to all... Okay. The Lord Captain observed what was going to happen next. As if commanded by a grim unseen force, the insurgents fell silent and, in a single movement, stepped to the sides to make way. A thick, sticky silence filled the room. The heretics' gazes were turned towards a metal structure with a lens on top of it, standing tall in the middle of a circle of melting candles, piles, books, and an unholy symbols drawn on the floor. The structure flashed as a single sunray illuminated it. A sound of bare feet broke the sinister silence as a man emerged from the thick shadows. Reeling, he entered the circle and collapsed on his knees in front of the enormous lens. Not a second had passed before many rebels' hands gripped the fallen man's shoulder and hair. Remember, brother, the last sunray you behold will be yours only, shared with no one else. Your holy final dawn, bellowed a nameless heretic's lone voice amid the silent crowd. By action of someone's hands, the lens turned, and its focused ray struck the prisoner's eyes. The blinded man's harrowing scream shook the very walls of the place. Engrossed in the rite, the rebels had not yet noticed a stranger in their midst. The Lord Captain braced himself and blew up the barrels. Yeah, I'd shoot the warp lens.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice?
Oh, tits. I see what was about to happen. Well... Crap. That's a lot of people. How am I gonna do this? Abelard, where can you go? Abelard, buddy, you get to full cover. Idiria, you stay out here. Argenta, actually, yeah, you take advantage of that full cover. Cassia, you move up here, and Pascal, Pascal, you move here for now. Let's do this. Alright, Idiria. Oh, tits. And they've got a psyker. Where is he? Okay, he's far away. I don't have to worry about that. Seth, I want you to move... I'm going to take a risk on this one. Seth, I want you to move up here. And then I want you to rip into these guys hard. And then if I'm lucky... Charge into cover. Thank you, Seth. Thank you. Well done. So that cleared out too. That was a nice, quick, hard, fast strike. Fuck off, Norton! Pascal.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
We know, Pascal. Thank you for reminding us.
Running binaric override.
Well, I tried. Cassia.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Pascal, try again, please. If at first you don't succeed, right,
The
buddy?
scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Thank you, Pascal. Cassia, I mean, you can give a shot too. It's only 27%, but I'll take what I can get.
Another foe painted
Nicely done,
black.
Cassia. Nicely done there. Argenta, sister, 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 sister.
Doubt is for the weak. Eradicated.
Whoa! Go Argenta.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I am his will made manifest. This is unacceptable.
Ah, bugger, I screwed up. I need more action points. Okay, never mind. I screwed up using that. Well, that's okay. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I hit the spacebar because I'm an idiot. I hit the spacebar because I'm an idiot.
Pain cleanses the body.
I know what is to come. Farewell.
I will endure.
Oh, dear God, that's got to be taken down quickly. Well, Seth has got his heroic ready. Take out the leader, Seth. Nicely done, Seth. Move into position there, Seth. All right, Pascal. Get into range and swing for the
My
fence.
vow is to serve.
Okay. Wow, that actually went off really well. Cassia, get in. Abelard. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. I'll do it.
I was hoping there'd be a bit more of a boom from that, but that's okay. Abelard, move up, please. I don't think I don't think he can make it, but that's okay. Although he might get set on fire. I'm sorry, Abelard. You might get set on fire again. Nope, didn't quite miss. Pascal, yeah, just move up. Oh, no, it's Aderia.
What is this foreboding? Be gone!
Nice shot, Aderia. Nice shot, nice shot, nice shot. Your eye is drawn to the shards of the enormous lens scattered around the broken device. At first, you are uncertain as to what troubles you, but suddenly the realization hits you. The glass shimmers in a unique way, just the same way as the shards of the unknown broken object you found near Theodora von Valencius's desk. Ooh, I'm glad I actually turned around and came back. I'm glad I turned around and came back. What's the matter, Lord Captain? Why are you so interested in... Abelard trails off when he notices what you are looking at. He instantly makes a connection. By the Imperium Saints! It cannot be! Idiria bites her lip. I see it too. Whatever that thing in her study was, it was made from the same material as this junk. What? What? Abelard is at a loss for words. He takes a moment to collect himself, and all at once they start pounding out in a hasty sputter. It is a mistake, a libel of chaos, slander meant to blemish the good name of a person who is now dead and cannot even defend herself. First, those minions of chaos murdered the Lord Captain Theodora, and now this cannot be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. Abelard, buddy, calm down. There's dozens of explanations for why Theodora would have something like that. She was in contact with an Inquisitor. He may have sent her that for her to look at. Dude, don't immediately go to the worst case scenario. Come now, Abelard, remember what she was like. Idiria's smile betrays her grief, but at the same time is strangely knowing. Brazen, assertive. It was like her entire life was a race against fate until fate caught up with her in the end. She would have gone headfirst into a black hole if she'd thought it would put her even one step ahead of everyone else in the expanse. If we could find out just what she was keeping in her desk and why she went to get it during the attack... Sister Argenta's beautiful face is full of grief. How bitter it is to know that you are born from bad blood, but do not empower this knowledge to drag you into darkness. Perception check succeeded. The sister's words ring with a genuine, sincere hope that you be blessed with a worthier fate. She does not appear to be shocked by the news of Theodora's possible heresy. What? What? Okay, the plot thickens! Life must be so easy for you, sanctimonious preacher. Adeptus Sanctimonious. A dubious trinket, and you no longer see a person, you see bad blood. An annoying hindrance. There is enough venom in Idiria's voice to poison an entire regiment. Argenta recoils, but the next moment her dark eyes ignite with fury. How dare you admonish me? We are speaking of abetting chaos. A person who has tainted themselves thus can never justify their actions. Yes, chaos, shamos. Except, dear friend, I seem to remember you waddling behind Theodora like a baby duck does its mother. You didn't leave her side for even a moment while you were aboard the ship. She rescued you, aided you, and your adoration wilted the moment you heard an accusation sullying her memory. You weren't surprised or upset. You just gave up on her and moved on. Ouch. Ouch. Like I said, it's a Jack and Miranda sort of thing going on here, just like from, well, kind of, I guess.
As it should be.
Warped power, malice, or yeah, okay. Nothing but a pile of shards remain. Okay, well, loot the room. Heavy leather armor. You've obtained heavy armor. Unlike light and medium armor, it provides the ability to deflect damage. Deflection is a unique heavy armor stat that reduces damage taken by the specified amount. Heavy armor has higher absorption rating than medium and light, but also usually has a higher dodge penalty. Do I have heavy armor proficiency? I do. Wow, I have a 65% dodge chance? Look at that commissarial greatcoat. Oh, so sexy. Yeah, I'll stick with my armor. Chainmail. apparently he can use a bolter. Go ahead there, big guy. Have fun. I knew I'd find a use for that bolter. Argenta. Bolt pistol. Yeah, actually, hang on. What does the bolt pistol give me? 9 to 13? Yeah, it's better. What is this? The sniper rifle? Who's got the highest ballistic... Oh. Aside from Argenta, who has the highest ballistic skill? Hmm. Um... I wish I could, like... it's hard. It's a hard decision to make about how to redistribute your gear, because like Seth, unfortunately, his ballistic skill is crap. Like Seth is meant to be, you know, balls to the walls in your face with his chainsword. Unfortunately, Argenta is really the only one that I can trust with the sniper rifle. The problem is, she also gets up pretty close and personal, so she needs to have, like, pistols are the... Like, if someone runs up to her, she needs the ability to go close range, so... As much as I don't want to, I'm gonna have to give the sniper rifle to Pascal. I mean, I'm not complaining, you know, as Pascal can use it, but I would feel more comfortable giving it to Argenta, but... The problem is this two-handed bolt gun, it just doesn't work so well, because it like doesn't work up close. That's okay though. Okay.
Blessed be the road that we take. It's nothing!
My success is an irrefutable certainty. Acquisition is possible.
I'll warn you if I hear anything.
Oh, I could have gone in this way. Well, that's what I get for not taking a thorough look around the area. Although I will confess, that battle didn't go half bad. I was actually quite pleased with that. God, I'm gonna have a lot of shit to sell
What
when I
deeds
eventually
await
get to a
us?
goddamn vendor!
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Searching is my observance.
Never doubt me.
My knowledge has its limits.
Go, Cassia.
I did it?
Ooh! Yes, please. Seth, you get a new cape. Seth? Not a fan of this cape, but I'll take what I can get. The Cogitator screen says access code required. Hack the Cogitator's defenses. The machine's spirits look favorably upon you. You overcome the Cogitator's defenses. A message archive loads up. Judging from the accompanying notes, they were meticulously transferred from paper into a sacred storage machine. Go to missives. New missive. Heed the words of the harbingers of Aurora. Let it be known that the prophesied hour is nigh, and the faithful must triple their efforts. Those who stand in the way of our salvation must be swept away. Let it be revealed to you that the enemy is about to receive reinforcements. Remember, the name Seth von Valencius. His ship has already entered the system. We should expect this enemy to show up near our positions. Whoever rids our comrades from that threat will receive Aurora's special blessing, a chance to stand by the prophet's side when the hour comes. Be vigilant. Okay, yes. Aurora's harbingers wish you to know, O brethren, that the Von Valencia ship is heading for the navigator station. You have time to prepare a warm welcome for the enemy. Bucker! Tell the harbingers we've intercepted a convoy of the governor's underlings who were supposed to meet the Von Valencius bloke. Only one of them got away out of the whole convoy, but he's not long for this world. Neither that youngster nor those he's supposed to meet are going to make it to the governor's lair. Our comrades have got their hands on a Vox station used by the guards, and these knuckleheads have no clue we can hear all their comms. We know every movement, and we're going to throw them a jolly good welcome party. Let Aurora know we'll do all that needs to be done to stop her enemies. Let the final dawn come. Okay, 3, leave. Alright.
Operation successful.
Let's open the door. Return to the Star Thoroughfare. Okay. And where does this door go? Outside to the Star Thoroughfare. Alright, what do I have to do? Okay, so, the Navis Nobility secrets, leave the station. Isn't it? Okay, so we've got that. Oh, it's marked as complete? Okay. The rebels, find out what's going on. The rebels captured a Vox station. Rumors. An unidentified void ship has landed on Rykad Majoris. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna go back to the starport and see if I can't talk to the guy and just let him know, hey, your comms have been compromised.
So shall it be.
Onward!
Oh, I see. Okay. Alright. Back here we go. It's gonna take a minute, guys, because I gotta bring everybody all the way back.
Quiet.
Abelard, stop
They're
T-posing.
trying to tell me something.
Stop T-posing, Abelard. You're not asserting dominance.
It is my destiny to traverse the unknown.
I'm so glad I came back. I could check for hidden secrets and shit like that here.
The world is full of colors I have never seen before.
Yeah, most of them are dull gray and just really crappy to look at. Okay there, big guy. Sergeant Malgar. I live to serve you, your eminence. Talk to this guard up here, please. Because he was the guy who was talking about the Vox being buggered. Okay, well, no, nothing there. Well, nobody has anything for me to say, so, alright. Yeah, I'm back again. Get me to the governor's palace. Okay. 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 The cogitator looks a lot older and shabbier than the ones next to it. However, it's evidently been taken good care of. Numerous parts have been replaced, not a single key is jammed, and fresh seals with prayers of the Omnissiah adorn its surface. One side of the panel has been removed. Bunches of gold-notched cables extend from inside to a small data crypt that was connected only a short while ago. Awaiting access code entry. Well, hack the cogitator. Oh, you got past... Okay. Sacred computation. What did I have to do for that? Okay, it wasn't too bad. Upon Logis Abel's orders, the archives of every Augur station have been queried on Rykad Minoris and the two primary satellites in stellar orbit around Rykad. Said satellites' names are Megos Mauruf and Zafaria the Keen. After two great champions of faith whose external cogitators were posthumously placed inside the satellite's cores. The purpose of the sacred computation requested by the Logis is to uncover the external influence behind the present insurgency. Okay. Computation result, positive. Multiple instances of interference and malfunction detected, suggesting deliberate blinding of a sacred augure's eyes by ships moving across the system. The first of these ships is thought to have arrived 2 Rykad Minoris cycles ago, each early in winter. The most recent one arrived a month ago. Logis Abel's conclusion: the insurrection on the planet had been long in the making, with the participation of external actors. It is alleged that 2 cycles ago, Aurora arrived in the Rykad system, the insurgents' unholy prophet of whom rumors have reached us. Subsequent ship movements can be explained as weapons deliveries. But what is the nature of their activity near Rykadi Fila? Governor Medine attention must be drawn to. The final entry breaks off abruptly. Well, if it's a prison planet, obviously they're going to the prison for reinforcements. Duh. Go to recent observations. Magos Ma'aruf satellite reports that a ship has translated into the system. It is a signature consistent with the records of the flagship of a rogue trader dynasty, House von Valencius. Zapre, the Keen satellite, reports that a nearby drifting ship has sped away in a hurry. The ship sent an encrypted Vox transmission to an insurgent-controlled area on the surface of Rykad Minoris. A second transmission was directed toward Rykadi Phyla. Both transmissions were signed Brother Twilight. The messages themselves could not be decrypted. The entry contains planet-side coordinates marked. Heavy auger station jamming. Possible hidden insurgent base. Ooh. Oh, I just did that! Did I? Maybe? Oh, well. Escort the Pascal to the Gubernator.
I'll chart a course for you.
Thank you. The tall, dark-skinned man runs towards you and greets you in a curt military manner. Faisal Rykadi Ab Medina af Coronas, governor of this star system. Welcome to my temporary headquarters. The man's gaze rests on Abelard, his eyes narrow level. Were serene? And Abelard nods dryly. Governor Medina, my greetings. I'm not seeing the convoy I sent to meet you. What happened? Have they failed to find and escort you? If that is so, I promise their punishment will be swift and severe. No, Governor, they died trying to get to us. The convoy was ambushed and massacred. The only surviving soldier turned out to be a traitor that was personally executed by me. That is an outrage. I will immediately give order to change the procedure for personnel background checks. The slightest suspicion will be grounds for arrest. Yeah, sure, let's increase the tyranny just because somebody was inconvenienced. God damn it, now I feel bad. Your Lordship, before we proceed to discussing the subjects that are of interest to you, there is a question I feel compelled to ask. It was only recently Lady Theodora was head of House von Valencius. I received no word of her death. How is it that you are now rogue traitor? My esteemed predecessor has died at the hands of pirates. May the Emperor incinerate their souls. The governor frowns, and a deep shadow falls over his face. Rogue traitor von Valencius. Slain. Unthinkable. Please accept my deepest and most sincere condolences, your lordship. Just tell me how I could be of help of you. I'm not going to be a dick about it. I realize you yourselves are in a difficult situation, but my crew has sustained heavy losses. I must replenish it. I can offer you several thousand heads of fine... Okay. However, I'm sad to say I won't be able to do it until we've dealt with the insurgency on the planet. I'm sure you won't have to wait long. The rabble will soon be duly punished for their heretical scheming. Are you really so confident that you will crush the insurrection soon? My own impressions has been the exact opposite. Yes, I would like to note the courage of one of your officers, Sergeant Malgar. He and his soldiers put up a valiant fight in defense of the Celestial Harbor. The sergeant who managed to impress a person of such noble standing will be recommended for decoration. Excellent. I have done something nice. Is there any... my own impression has been the exact opposite. Is that so? The governor maintains his composure. I'd like to hear your reasons for saying that. The insurgents... the insurgency is headed by a certain Aurora, a prophet who, according to his or her followers, possesses mystical powers. The rebels' usual superstition. I'm sure Aurora is a flim-flammer, muttering some doggerel, which their benighted followers think are magic spells. This does, of course, warrant his or her eventual burning in the furnace of penance, but it does not point to there being any special thing. The insurgents talk of a final dawn, an impending end of the world, and other superstitions. Surely you aren't suggesting I might believe in it. The insurgents managed to steal a Vox station. They listened in on your people's conversation. It is not much to go on, but is actionable. I will order an audit of our equipment and see to it that our communications channels are more closely monitored going forward. However, it was only an accidental success of a disorganized mob of heretics of the art of war. The insurgents are using the arch-enemy's artifacts, enchanted with glasses, which they use to perform unholy sorcery. I've heard about these glasses. What makes you think that they're enchanted? Any fool can light a fire using a magnifying glass that is no sorcery. You ought to leave your bunker more often, Governor Medea. I've only recently arrived in the system, and I know much more about the uprising than you do. The governor's eyes darken, but your unwavering gaze makes him give in. All right. Perhaps I've been underestimating the mutiny, writing it off as the rabble's usual nonsense. If it does involve real corruption and an underground cult, this needs to be investigated. I'll put additional resources to it and take the issue seriously. I promise, your lordship. Excellent. Is there anything else I could do on the planet or in the system while I wait for the end to the insurrection? If you'd like a distraction, a smaller and safer uprising to leisurely put down, there's a planetoid in my system called Ryketi Phyla. It hosts a colony prison whose inmates rebelled at the same time as the heretics on the planet. It's a thoroughly ridiculous situation. It would only take us a couple of shots from orbit to take care of them, but... The governor purses his lips a little. Yvain Winterscale went there, a relative of my suzerain, the great rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, the master of this system and a dozen others. I imagine young Master Winterscale is very eager to prove himself to his distinguished kinsman. I see no reason for you not to join him. It is a small planetoid, the prisoner numbers are few, and they have little in the way of weapons. It's more a sport. It's more of a sport for noble lords than a real rebellion. Yvain. Abelard mutters, stroking his beard. Of his distant younger offspring, yes. That's as much as I know about him, which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any meaningful way. My kinsman, Kernrad Votgevir von Valencius, has betrayed our dynasty and the Imperium. If he's hiding in the system, I want him to be handed over to me. Votgevir is a traitor? Why, any family, however noble, has its unworthy scion or two. Naturally, we will hand him over if we find him within my jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I have no... Yeah, okay. We have a cogitator here at the command center, which is a data crypt from Lotus Abel's sanctum is connected. It's aggregated all leximechanic reports. Unfortunately, the access bureau for it is unknown to me. If you manage to wrangle the stubborn machine, you might find out something on Kunrad's movements. I presume he fled from your ship, not a pair of wings. Okay. Hendrix van Kellox, an interrogator of the Most Holy Inquisition, is in your system. Do you know where he is? The governor lowers his force. I do. Mr. Van Kellox has left for the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium. It is an ancient monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I don't know what his goals are. Obviously, the insurgents' movements have been observed in the monastery's vicinity, but I suppose that's too petty of a problem for an agent of the Most Holy Inquisition. Besides, I've already sent small reinforcements to the region. The weapon the insurgents used to shoot down the shuttle over the cities has been destroyed. Now, nothing has prevented you from returning to your ship if you wish to find Mr. Von Kellox. You should go to the Cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Hints of anxiety creep into the voice from Pascal's Vox. On behalf of the Priesthood of Mars, I, Megos, I can't pronounce that, am officially initiating my participation in this excursion. I must inspect the state of the relic and assure to myself that it is under zero risk of falling into heretical hands. According to the Catechism of Operation and Maintenance, my tech brethren were supposed to lock the monastery gate from the lay people and activate the traps. I deem it optimal that an ordained Magos should be involved in effecting these countermeasures. Are you Hanoman? I'm glad you're alive. The governor raises his eyebrows and stares at the tech priest in surprise, but refrains from any comments. I would like to know more about the monastery. The monastery has been run by the Adeptus Mechanicus ever since the colony was founded. The sacred reactor, guarded by its monks, is powering the entire planet. I can say no more. It is a forbidden place which even I have only been allowed to visit once. Pascal, what's so special about the cenobium and the relic? What is there that managed to attract the attention of an Inquisition interrogator? I have never been there before, but I would presume that the sacred relic of the reactor is capable of great destruction should it end up in heretics' hands. The fury of those loose machine spirits, once released from the sacred circuit, will destroy everything around it. The damage that will then be inflicted may render the world of Rykad Minoris no longer habitable. Ah. Heresy must be expelled from the Blessed Chambers. I deem any desecrator who covets the relic's power a Category 3 blasphemer punishable by death on the spot. Okay. Oh, by the way, what perplexed you about my companion's name? The governor looks at Pascal with curiosity. According to the reports we have, Logus Abel Hanuman set off with the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium a short while ago before it was stormed. I'm glad to find out you're safe. Perhaps you have information on Mr. Van Kalux. Pascal Vox rasps confusedly. My name is Pascal Hanuman, not Abel, and I know nothing about that man. Where can I get more information on that man? I would suggest that you inspect the esteemed Logic Sanctum, but it's been destroyed by the rebels. We removed several surviving data crypts and connected them to the cogitators at the command post. Those might give you some more information. It is amazing that the mechanical voice from the Vox can sound so confused. Mechanical voice from the Vox can sound so confused. That name might have been used as a signal intelligible only to its intended recipient. In that case, the name's bearer might be Archmagos Amorant, initiating investigation and data collection procedure. Idiria tenses up and listens and turns around sharply to face Pascal. I can hear my friend's snide whispers through the door. Be careful on your search, Magos. If you stare into a shattered mirror for too long, you might see yourself in it, in every shard at once. Mending it is that much more of a nasty affair then. The new reflections deathlike. Why did he fly to the Monas? What do you know about this Abel, Governor? I never met him in person. That esteemed Logis supervised the work of Rykad Minoris Lexomechanics for many years. However, he rarely left his data chapel, and I never had the honor of making his acquaintance, a true hermit. Why'd he fly to the monastery? When a Logis of the Adeptus Mechanicus wants to go somewhere, we don't ask why, your lordship. I see. That's all I wanted to discuss. Alright, let's head over here. Okay, go to the Logus Private's archives, result of the Logus. Okay. I cannot see the secret design, but I can sense it. It is shackled in the stasis, and the neural harness of their vows. The mind of the initiated are in reverie. I am registering an impulse of change. I surmise a potential influence on the stasis of the secret design. There came a time when the spiral was turned into a circle, but the cycle can be discontinued. The revelation granted by the Almessiah to Logis Abel in the course of his data meditation has been recorded verbatim. Logis Abel is seeking a meeting with the venerable Dar Impulse 6, which may assist in interpreting the revelation. A request has been sent to the Governor's Palace for a shuttle flight to the electrodynamic Cenobium. A message has also been sent to the Furibundus system. Wait, that's where the sister came from. The cycle can be discontinued. I recognize these words. The voice from the Vox is soft and pensive, barely audible over the static. I believe I know who the recipient of the message in the Furibundus system. It was me. Omnissiah, grant me the wisdom to comprehend its mystery. Okay. So... now what? Gleam of Final Dawn. Head to the monastery looking for trouble. You know what? I think this is a good place to stop. We are 3.5 hours in, and we have accomplished quite a bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back at some time in the future. I don't know when for more Warhammer 40k, but tune in later this week. Thursday I should be doing Spaceborne 2. Friday I should be it'll be myself and Finn doing Mist Uru, so feel free to tune in. And keep an eye out, because I can stream it anytime if I have the spare time, and I don't feel like going out and enjoying some time on the town. If you want to see the previous streams from the Warhammer 40k, just pop into my YouTube page. There's a link in the About section. And I will see you guys later.